Good afternoon, welcome back to Today on eNCA. The South African National Sevens teams have a busy year ahead. In addition to the regular World Series, there's the Commonwealth Games in July and the big one in September. The Rugby World Cup Sevens tournament is set for Cape Town in spring. Well, I'm very glad to welcome to our studio Captain Siviwe Soyizwapi. Good afternoon, Cap. It's great to see you after such a long time. How have you been, Captain?
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's been good, apart from recovering from injury. Otherwise, everything is really going well.
Captain, let's speak about that recovery. How's your recovery going? Of course, a massive blow to the Springbok 7 setup when you injured your shoulder. Yeah. I'm hoping to see you in Vancouver, this April. Is that going to be a possibility, Captain?
Yeah, definitely. My injury was diagnosed. I was diagnosed to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm currently on week 5. So next week I should be able to join the boys again and hopefully integrate and be back for in contention for that next tournament.
Oh, that feeling must be great, Captain. Let's talk about the business of today. The Rugby World Cup Sevens coming in Cape Town, of course, is something very exciting for the rugby fans. Just to remind you, this is the first time in almost 3 years that an international sevens tournament arrives on the mother city shores. How do you feel the tournament is going to go? And it's been so long, Cap.
I think it's definitely going to be a successful tournament. The supporters and the spectators are so hungry to be back in the stadiums again. I mean, with COVID and the 2 years we've had now in COVID has been tough, and we haven't had a lot of supporters and spectators in the stadium, so they'll definitely be hungry for that. And for us as well, we haven't played in front of them and on our home soil in almost 2 years. The last time we played was 2019, so we're also excited. We can't wait for the atmosphere in the stadium and just to be able to represent our country in front of our home crowd.
You're saying atmosphere, you're saying home soil. The last time a South African team lifted up a prestigious trophy was 1995 Ellis Park. Can you promise the South African fans today that the men's and women's team will do the very same in Cape Town?
I can definitely promise that we'll give the best effort that we can out there, and we'll definitely implement the way that we want to play, which has been successful for us over the couple of years that I've been part of the system and the system itself for years. So yeah, definitely we promise a massive effort out there and to implement really well.
What stands out in the system that you believe will be a winner, a factor, of course, for both the men's and the women's team? Let's start in particular with the men's team.
Look, I think our team, we pride ourselves on work rate. We have on-field ID, and part of that is dominating the contact. We want to work smart on the field. We want our players to express themselves. We have what we say an in-the-box, out-of-the-box system. So we have a big system that revolves around the game plan and how we want to play. And we also have individuals who are really talented and have got skills. So we are encouraged to open our small boxes, which are within the big box, and express ourselves and how we play, but to stay within that big box. So that's the in the box, out of the box part of our ID. However, I think our work rate and working smart will definitely contribute. The ladies have been off the scene for a couple of years now, but I mean, the last time we played in Cape Town, they were part of it. So they're really a good balanced side, and they've come together. They've been together for a while. So the ladies and the players that are in the group, I think their teamwork and the fact that they've been together for a long time, they've come together now to prepare for the World Cup, and I think that will play to their strength come September.
I mean, Captain, let's speak about the amazing run of games. I mean, a great season as well for the Springbok Sevens, winning, of course, their 6th straight HSBC Sevens title, a series title that is. You were on the sideline, you gave the armband to Mpifisa, someone who understands the makeup within the Springbok Sevens setup, and he brought us back that accolade. Can you describe a little bit more in terms of what happened building up to that victory, and are these signs of what is to come in Cape Town?
Look, I think we've really been on a good run. The the players that made their debuts this season have really picked up their hand, and they showed that they can play at this level. You know, as I said, they're really talented guys, and they're guys that buy into the culture and the principles of the system, which makes us successful. We want to play as a team, and these guys buy into that. I think Impi is a great leader, and he really took over well when I got injured. It wasn't a big issue, you know, because, as I said, now we want to play as a team. It's never about the individual. He was willing and willing to contribute to the system, which is the person that he is as well. Yeah, we a mixed team with good experience, and we have youngsters that are very exciting. So hopefully that can work in our favor as it's been going for the past 6 tournaments.
Is the future of sevens rugby in South Africa very healthy, that you mentioned the youngsters?
Absolutely. I have to mention the Springbok Sevens Academy, and that's where they're groomed, and the people that headed up, Marius Kuman and Sandile Ngobo, they do the scouting as well. So they've done a tremendous work in identifying this talent, and the system itself in the Springbok Sevens Academy, grooming the players, and we all train together. The senior guys, they train with the academy players, even those that haven't made their world-class debut yet. So it makes the transition really much easier. And as I said, these guys that debut this year is almost like the next generation of Springbok Sevens players.
Will they be able to handle the defending champions in New Zealand? They won it in 2018 in San Francisco, and we know that the rivalry between New Zealand and South Africa goes for many, many, many years.
It's a big rivalry. New Zealand haven't been on the world circuit now for a couple of tournaments, and yeah, they bring something different to the game compared to the other teams that are here. It's always been a big rivalry to play against them, but we don't focus on a particular team. We don't look at teams specifically. You know, we attack the giant that's at hand, and we take it a game at a time. You know, I think that's the best way to look at things and not worry about things that are outside of this group. We look inside, and if we do well, then we are the guys that need to do the job, so we have to look inside.
But Captain, what about that X factor that, you know, kind of finds its way in this conversation, especially because there are about a few debutants, or rather world teams that have never competed in Cape Town, in particular the Hong Kong and Korea men's team. Do you not think they can learn from your Siviwe win earlier this year, and looking at your great track record over the years, and use that against you?
Look, I think the sevens game has become very professional over the years, and there's a lot of analysis that goes into the games. And I mean, each and every team now, they sit and they analyze each and every game that we play, just like we do them. So you're always going to be watched. You always, and if you're on the top, you always have a target on your back. So it's always about just looking for that 1% that will separate you from the rest of the teams. And our coaching staff and our management, they're really an amazing bunch of people, and they're great at what they do. So we're always looking at that 1%, and not only them, the players are very professional as well, and they're always looking to grow in their areas of the game and in small areas that can improve how we play, you know. So I think that combination can really work well. And yeah, I mean, those Korea and Hong Kong, they're good sides, and I think they'll grow into the World Series as well.
I love how you say that. It's like it's pretty obvious that you're going to beat them, give them a run for their money, Captain. In particular, Neil Powell, he's been the talk of the nation, the talk of the town, the talk of the decade, pretty much. How awesome is it working with Coach Powell? And what does he bring that is so different that many sevens teams across the world don't have?
One word, and that's consistency, you know, and that's the man that he is. It's really great to work under him. He's a man of values and principles, and he lives the culture himself, you know. He doesn't wait for the players. It is a player-driven system, but he doesn't wait for the players to take charge, you know. He leads the way. If he has to pack a bag out of the bus onto the trolleys at the airport, then he does it himself. Wow. So that's the kind of human being we're dealing with here, and he's really a mentor to each and every one of us, a family man as well. So it's gonna be a loss for us as a team at the end of the season, and hopefully we can give him a goodbye present.
Give him a goodbye present. I love that from Captain Siviwe Soyizwapi. A great chat ahead of the Sevens Rugby World Cup. Rugby World Cup Sevens, I beg your pardon, that's taking place in Cape Town, of course, from the 9th to the 11th of September. We continue with that conversation shortly, right here on Today. Stay with us on eNCA.